Hello, and welcome to Global One Media. Joining me today is Trevor Boyd, the Vice President of Exploration at Canadian North Resources, a late-stage exploration company that is currently overseeing the polymetallic Ferguson Lake Project in Canada. Canadian North Resources is currently listed on the TSX Venture Stock Exchange. Hello, Trevor. Thank you for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to join you and to answer any questions that you have on the project. I'm quite excited about it.
Yeah, of course. So I wanted to talk to you about the Ferguson Lake Project. You've recently updated your mineral resource estimate for the Ferguson Lake Project. Can you give us some details about your new findings?
Basically, we're quite excited because this is a new resource just released back in June at the beginning of the summer. We're excited about it because it is a upgrade of the previous resource, with historical resource, which was released by Starfield Resources back in 2011. It is, even though it is still using the same drilling results that Starfield Resources for largely, it has increased the resource altogether approximately by 2/3 or more than 2/3, and it's basically added a lot of value. But more importantly, we have been able to show that we can configure a large open pit body, which is potentially mineable, which is how you define a resource, or has a reasonable chance of being mined. So that is quite exciting. So we do, for the first time, we have a large open pit resource potential.
Okay, that's really encouraging. And what is next for this project?
The next project, the next thing is right now we're in the process of doing diamond drilling all this season, and we will be then adding up to close to 15,000 meters of completed by the end of this season. That will be brought into a new resource estimation, which we believe will again significantly increase the size of the body. Also, we will be, with this diamond drilling and with our previous configuration, new or reevaluation, I guess would be a better word. We will be inputting the platinum, palladium, and cobalt value of the project for the first time. So with that new 15,000 meters of drilling, which is being overseen and operated by CNRI, we will add further value to the project.
That's really great. And your assets include several metals such as palladium, cobalt, copper. Does that give you economies of scope, or are there challenges you have to deal with?
It does give us economies of scope. It gives us a diversified metal base, which is very good for when you considering the ups and downs of all these metals. So it gives us both a battery exposure and a precious metal exposure, which is I think very advantageous compared to other projects. In terms of potential, we will in the future we be able to use this second updated resource to start on a pre-feasibility and to work on metallurgical testing for a new regime of metallurgical testing for the project.
All right, and you know very well that we're currently operating in an inflationary business environment. How does that affect the project, and how are you dealing with that risk?
We are trying to deal with that risk. I think every project, particularly ones in remote areas, have this challenge. We are using equipment which is already in place. And we have a very good drill crew which knows how to use this sort of equipment. And And as well, we're using a lot of infrastructure in place. We don't have to build from scratch, and we don't have to bring in heavy machinery. We already have a suite of equipment already there, so that will cut down a lot of the capital outlay, at least to bring us to pilot stage.
All right. And you've recently become listed on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. Congratulations. It's an important milestone. Why now?
Why now? Because we want to basically broaden our investor base. This is more of a corporate question, and I don't really speak too much to this, but I do know that having being able to broaden our investor base to other countries, particularly that we'd like to broaden it more to Australia as well. We have a good exposure to Asian investors. We have excellent. We're getting the word out in terms of what we're doing in North America. But I think that basically increasing our exposure worldwide is to everyone's benefit.
Okay, and as for my last question, is there any forward guidance you can give to investors at this stage?
In terms of risks, is that what you mean?
Risks and probably potential. Is there a feasibility study coming soon, or?
We are planning to start a pre-feasibility study next year after we've released the second resource. Hand in hand to that, we will need to accelerate our metallurgical testing program. One of the risks we have to deal with is the remote location, because we are 190 kilometers from the nearest village. But that village has a sea-link exposure. It has a sea-link port for bringing in supplies and for shipping out concentrate during the summer months. Also, that village is connected. That port is connected to the camp by a winter trail, which follows a string of lakes and overland, which we haul in supplies overland using snow-tracked vehicles. We think that's a good route for upgrading to a winter road, which would very much reduce costs for both supply and for shipping out of materials. So that is a risk, but there are presence now of government providing funding for infrastructure such as this, for access infrastructure, as we can see with the NORAD project, Eagle's Nest project down in James Bay, which is a platinum, palladium, nickel, copper, cobalt, platinum, palladium, nickel, copper project as well.
Okay. That's very encouraging. Trevor, thank you very much for all the information and for joining us today. We look forward to hearing the next updates and development from Canadian North Resources.
We're excited about it. We're drilling with 3 drills right now. We will be continuing to drill right into October until we close down for a few months in the winter, and then we'll reopen again springtime around the end of March.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. Thanks a lot, Trevor.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.